Welcome back, foodie audience. This is the Hotness and Sweetly. We are back once again. Thank you so much for joining us. We are in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and this is like one of our favorite foodie events that we like to go to. Sweetly, how are you feeling? Because this is the final TerraVita Food Festival.
I am happy and sad all at the same time. But you know what?
What?
We are here at TerraVita Food Festival, and we are going to give it all we got. And
I can't wait.
Eat everything they got, and we're going to say bye-bye with a smile and a tear. You down?
I'm down. I may have more than a tear. I may have a full belly. What about you?
Oh, no doubt, girl. No doubt. Full belly is what it's going to be all about. But I'm going to shed a tear because this is the end.
This is the end after 10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
Is the final festival.
Yes, and they got wonderful cooks and chefs and
drinks
and
desserts. And people.
They're
foodies. We are surrounded by foodies, girl. Are you excited?
I'm beyond excited.
We need to just go do this.
Let's go do it, girl. I can't even look at you right now. I just want to just run through and just eat up all the food. Do you think they'd be mad if I did that?
It's too much. But anyway, we're going to try.
Okay.
I don't think they'll be mad because they'll probably be in the same race we are.
I think so, too.
So may the best foodie win. Here we go, y'all.
The Hotness and Sweetly
at TerraVita Food Festival.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
All right, audience. We are back. Foodies, this time we are over at the, after you eat, you want a little drinky drink.
Right.
And this can go awesome
so
with
we're with Sean. Sean is with Kingfisher.
Anywho, yes, we're with Sean, and he is here representing Kingfisher. And he has an awesome drink that the Hotness may have had a couple too many of.
Hey!
That's just a joke. That's just a joke.
Okay,
you can't have too many.
Hey, Sean, tell us what's going on with Kingfisher here and this wonderful drink you have.
Yeah, so we're doing a cocktail. It's beeswax infused conniption navy strength gin with fresh local honey and fresh lemon juice and shaken up. It's called the B Durham with 2 E's. It's in honor of Durham's 150th anniversary. We're Kingfisher. We opened July 31st in downtown Durham. We focus on local produce and local makers, and we try and center them in our cocktails. My wife is also a potter, so we have a very artistic bent to our space. Michelle's the co-owner. She also made the bar top. It's gorgeous. She does all our ceramics. So it's really a fusion of our kind of shared passions as owners and partners.
Yeah, we're looking at some of the beautiful pottery here as well. So I can imagine what the restaurant looks like. And did your wife have a website?
Yes. Michelle's website is MichelleVanderwalker.com. And you can also get there by going to KingfisherDurham.com. There's a link to our website.
All right, and who makes up these beautiful cocktails and drinks? Is that you, Sean?
The cocktails are my side of the equation. And really we try and take whatever's local and seasonal and kind of make that the reason for making drinks. So, yeah.
Sounds great. And again, tell us the drink that you're serving today.
Yes, it's called the B Durham.
I see it.
Local honey, beeswax infused conniption navy strength gin, and lemon juice.
Yes, I'm looking at it. And so what made you guys want to pay homage to Durham's 150th anniversary?
Well, I think Durham as a city is very unique in that it has a lot of history in a lot of different ways. And it's something worth honoring. Durham's a city that probably could have folded like 4 or 5 times, but it's very resilient. It's got great diversity.
It keeps bouncing back, huh?
Yeah, always bounces back, and it's better for the diverse community we live in. So I thought it was appropriate to try and speak to that.
Cool.
Well, we appreciate that, and we also appreciate Conniption Navy Strength at the Durham Distillery.
Yeah.
So you guys got connected with them? Is that
yes,
how that
they're
works?
about a mile from us. Lee and Melissa are the owners and distillers, and they're fantastic people. They're a really great example of the kind of people we want to work with, who are like have a point of view, committed to the community, and just interested in doing fun stuff. So yeah.
Cool. Well, Sean, we so appreciate you. Sweetly, you had something you wanted to say?
Well, I did just want to ask Sean, because we are still wanting to make our listeners knowledgeable of everything. So if you wanted to get in this type of industry, tell us a little bit about what you need to do to succeed.
In hospitality, I think the key is to be open. To let, when your guest comes in, be open to whatever experience they want to have. Don't try and impose the restaurant or the bar upon them. So they come in from one place, be open from where they are and give them your version of that hospitality they're looking for. I think if you want to break into the industry, I think it's honestly about finding the right opportunity. It's about being humble, taking a position that may be below what you think you're ready to do. Because as I can attest to, things change very quickly in any bar or restaurant. And opportunities happen fast. You're never very far from the general manager. It's easy to talk to if you work hard. Of all careers I've ever had, it has the greatest opportunity for advancement if you put your head down, work hard, and show you're committed. And honestly, you just show up.
All right. So just stay on the grind, audience. Grind. And don't put yourself in a box.
That's right.
Is that it, Sean?
Absolutely.
In a nutshell, we so appreciate your time. We just had Kingfisher with Sean here representing a wonderful, wonderful drink called
B Durham.
All right, Sean, take care.
And tell the audience one more time how they can follow you or get connected with your business.
You can find us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter at Kingfisher Durham, D-U-R-M. And our website is kingfisherdurham.com. And those are the good places to find us.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sean. We so appreciate your time.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Cheers.
Nice of y'all to have me.
Absolutely. Hey, audience, we're here with Portia. She is with Hill Creamery.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen
Wait a minute. Our cows eat grass. That's what it says.
Anyways, Portia has been working hard, and she's with the Hill Creamery farm, and I tasted their cheeses, and they're delicious. I've been wanting to go out to your farm, Portia, because you guys allow people to come out to your farm, correct?
We have tours occasionally.
Tours, yes. So can you share with the audience about, I see your cheeses. You have Calvander. Is that how?
Calvander's an intersection near us.
Oh,
so we
okay.
named the cheese after that intersection, but it's an Asiago style cheese.
Turn left at the intersection.
And I see Carolina Moon.
Carolina Moon is a camembert.
And I see Hickory Grove. You said this is in your refrigerator because it seems to be your favorite.
I really appreciate it. I'm sorry.
Different ones are my favorite at different times, but the Hickory Grove is extremely versatile, and so I find it in my refrigerator pretty regularly.
Pretty often. Okay, and my favorite was the farmer's cheese on Foodie Audience. It was creamy and delicious, and it just tasted so light. So tell me about your cows, because your cows is what is like supporting your farm right now, because you take care of your cows, I'm sure. So
They eat grass, that's true.
So what kind of cows do you use to
We
produce
milk
the milk?
about 30 cows. And
30?
The farmer's cheese actually is a great cheese for reflecting the quality of the milk. You can really taste the milk come through in that particular cheese. It's a fresh cheese. It's very clean tasting, very refreshing, and it's a great cheese. They can scrambled eggs or Mexican cooking. It's great paired with hot pepper jelly. So sometimes that's my favorite cheese.
How did you get started with this, Portia? Because I'm looking at you and I'm like thinking, how did Portia get connected with the cows and the cheese?
Well, I just wanted to make cheese.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to make cheese,
Wow.
and that was 20 years ago.
What's the process, Portia? I'm sorry.
That is, you'd have to be here. There's so many different kinds of cheese. The process is different for all of us.
I just want to take a moment and thank God for Portia, because she said she always wanted to make cheese. Have you ever heard of such a desire in your life?
No. I'll wait. I'm going to do it without.
Hickory Grove.
It's a great melting cheese. The flavor really comes out when you eat it. So it's a perfect cheese for macaroni and cheese.
Portia, we love you. And we want to thank you for taking care of your cows. Do you milk your cows personally?
I've got a herd manager who's been with us for 13 years.
What's his name?
Her name. Her name's Allison.
Oh, her.
Hello to Allison.
Go, Allison. Milk milk.
So she does most of the milking.
Okay,
And she trains everybody to milk. I used to do it, but now I sit at a desk more than I
Okay.
used to.
I'm not mad at you, so tell the audience how to get your delicious cheese, because it's phenomenal, audience. I tasted the Calavander, the Carolina Moon, the Hickory Grove, and my favorite, the Farmer's Cheese. So how can the audience, foodie audience, find out more about your company and what you do? Thank you, Portia.
Yeah, sure. The best thing to do is to come to one of our farmers markets and talk to our staff at the farmers markets. We're at the Cobra Market, we're at the Durham downtown market, and we're at the Eno Market in Hillsborough. So that's the best thing to do.
Do you have a website or anything?
We do have a website, chapelhillcreamery.com.
Yes, audience, chapelhillcreamery.com. Sweetly, what do you want to say? I see you looking at me.
I love Portia, and I'm going to get some hickory,
And there you go.
and then I'm going to let the hotness eat it, because that's what she does.
That's all I do.
what
She cooks and I eat. That's how it goes, Portia.
We so appreciate your time, Portia.
You bet.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, foodie audience, we are here at the TerraVita, the last festival after 10 years.
having a ball.
We're here with Pauline
And Annette.
and Annette.
Yes.
Sweetly is just so enamored with their personality. She wants to get their take on the
Yes.
event thus far. So
Because it's not just about us and what we think, but we want to know what other foodies think too. So we have Pauline, and Pauline said that, no, Annette said that Pauline is the talker. But I bet you when Pauline stops talking, Annette's going to talk.
I think so too.
You think so too? Hit it, Pauline.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
We're having a great time.
So what has been your favorite food so far at
Oh my
the TerraVita
God,
event?
my favorite food. I don't know. You know, it was interesting because we had a tomato sandwich over here that was just white bread and tomato with mayonnaise and salt and pepper, and oh my God.
Really?
Yeah, it's nothing fancy, but it was just perfect.
Are you serious? Because I saw that
No, I'm
sandwich and I
serious.
walked past it like the hotness
like I can
is
do
too
that
good
at
for
home.
this sandwich.
And you can, but it was good.
It was really good. Okay, Sweetly, you're going to have to check that out.
We enjoyed the chocolate over here. I can't remember what they're called. And then we've really actually enjoyed the cocktails quite a lot. There's a lot. It's interesting. Today's theme seems to be honey. A lot of honey and
I
a lot
saw
of
a lot of
lemon.
honey.
But all of them outstanding. We've never been before, so we're very sad to say this is the first and last for us. Very
Oh, we're so sorry, Paulette.
Yeah.
Was it called French Lloyd, the chocolate? French Lloyd.
The chocolate was just
Okay,
outstanding.
okay.
Papa Shogun was doing some good stuff over there. The liverwurst was good, and I was surprised. Oh, and you know, the other thing that was outstanding was the cauliflower soup, and I don't even like cauliflower, and it was
Why are we missing all of this? I didn't see tomatoes. I didn't see cauliflower soup. We got to go back around again.
do.
I think that's because the hotness when it tastes all the drinks.
What? Okay, foodie audience, you see how Sweetly does? I've been diligent in trying to give you the best information in regards to the restaurants in the Raleigh-Durham area. And we are so thankful to
Annette.
Annette.
And we're going to ask Annette what she thought too, because we heard Paula, but we want to know what Annette thinks too.
I really loved the shrimp ceviche.
okay.
Pauline didn't get to sample it because she can't have shrimp,
can't
but
have shrimp.
that was one of my favorites. It had
We
a
need to know that, audience.
lot of cilantro. Very good.
That's it?
Oh, no, I liked everything she said,
Okay.
including the banh mi.
Did you guys go out there to the first restaurant, table with the cookies and the bread? Did you guys taste the very first one when you walk in?
You know, I do not have a sweet tooth. So I haven't really sampled the sweet items here today, not very much.
And we were kind of thinking dessert. That would be the dessert round.
Okay, so at the end, I suggested you go to that table out there that's on the left, all the way at the end. And I can't think of the name. Yes, because that chocolate chip cookie was to die for. And we're going to go back and interview them too. But look, guys, we really appreciate you taking the time with us.
Yes,
Thank you.
Annette and Pauline. Yes.
For you foodies that are not here, I'm sorry because you can't come back next year.
Because it's the last one.
Yes, we're so sad.
Did you hear me wrong?
No, I didn't hear you wrong.
Let me say it again.
Say it again.
I said for you foodies that are not here, sorry because you can't come back next year. No, but we're having a ball. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Paulette.
Thank you.
All right, foodie listeners, we are back. We are at the Viva Festival.
TerraVita.
There you go, TerraVita Festival. And we are having an awesome time. Right now we are at the Leah and Louise table where they have something called not dirty rice but dirty grits. And we are talking to Greg and he said this recipe comes from his.
Nah, that's my recipe, but
Okay. Go ahead.
but the restaurant is named after my baby sister and my granny, both of them who had passed. But my baby sister played around a lot with different stuff, and my granny was like super traditional. So it's a super traditional Southern dish, dirty rice,
Okay,
but
Greg.
it's a fun take on it because we use grits instead of rice.
Okay. And what's in your dirty grits?
So with dirty rice, you usually have chicken livers and sausage.
Right.
Instead of using chicken livers, we actually use a bunch of different roasted mushrooms and put that in there for the dirty part of the grits.
Okay, and it is delicious, y'all.
Appreciate it.
You got some cheese in there?
No, ma'am.
Oh, no cheese. Okay.
That's just good grit.
It's just good grits because they are creamy as well.
And we use cornstarch and butter actually in the beginning.
Oh.
So that's why they kind of taste a little cheesy.
Yeah, I get it. And they're creamy as well.
Thank you.
So the food is just awesome here. And Greg is doing the thing out here with all these other folks at this festival, and we're having an awesome time. Greg, why don't you tell us where you're located and how our foodies can come check you out?
So we are in Charlotte, North Carolina. Our breakfast restaurant, Uptown Yolk, is in the 7th Street Market. And Leah and Louise will be opening in Camp North End in February.
All right, congratulations.
Both restaurants in Charlotte.
How long y'all been around?
So Uptown Yolk has been around for 2012.
Okay.
We were in Rock Hill, but we recently moved to Uptown Charlotte to kind of get closer to the vibe, you know what I mean?
Okay, what else does your restaurant serve?
So Uptown Yolk is a breakfast spot.
Okay.
We get out here too. I mean, we got all the classics, shrimp and grits, chicken and waffles. But we also got stuff like coffee rub, steak hash. We have a vegetarian Benedict instead of eggs Benedict with ham.
Wow.
A couple of different things. And we also have a seasonal veggie hash and a vegan grain bowl. And I'm talking about all my vegetarian stuff right now for
Well,
my
I was
people.
getting ready to say you guys are for the nutritious folks.
No, I mean, like, you had them grits now.
Yeah,
So
I
we cook like how we cook, but we like to have options for people. Instead of just throwing them a salad, we actually like to have some options for folks who eat a little different too. So.
Sounds good. Hotness, you got anything you want to ask Greg about his restaurant?
I am just in love with the concept of dirty grits because you mentioned the dirty rice. So how did you guys come up with the concept of dirty grits?
So the name of the restaurant is Leah and Louise. Louise is my granny, and she was like super traditional and cooked everything how it was supposed to be done. And Leah was my baby sister, and she played around with foods. Like she was always trying to do something weird with food. So it's just looking at a traditional Southern recipe, which is dirty rice, and trying to figure out what we can do to make it our own. So using grits instead of rice.
Are you guys from North Carolina? Or are you guys from
Memphis,
Louisiana?
Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee, born and raised. So Leah and Louise will be like New South meets Old South, and it'll be like Mississippi River Valley food. So you can expect to see some Memphis type flavors, some New Orleans, Mississippi stuff, versus like Carolinian.
All right, North Carolina, we got some Mississippi in the house, and we are enjoying it. We so appreciate your time, Greg. You keep up the good work. And again, tell us, our listeners, where you're located.
Leah and Louise in Camp North End in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Uptown Yolk in the 7th Street Market.
All right, sounds good. You take care, Greg. Thank you for your time.
Hey audience, we are here with Lafawn Bakery, and the hotness has been in love with these white chocolate mini baguettes for like 3 years. It's ridiculous. And I even ate Sweetleys, right Sweetly?
You ate my baguette.
It doesn't matter because I loved it so much. But we're here with Katie, right?
Yeah.
So Katie, tell us about how you got your white chocolate mini baguettes and how you're connected with Lafawn Bakery.
So several years ago, we had an intern over here from France, and he thought about how Americans love bread and they love chocolate, so he tried to figure out a way to incorporate the two of them together, and this is what he's come up with, is our white chocolate mini baguettes. So it's one of our top sellers, one of our signature items that we just are known for. So all it is a simple French baguette with white chocolate chips rolled into it.
Simple. See, simple is good, you guys. Yep. And we so appreciate the intern that came over and thought of this great idea?
Well, we trained under Leah&amp, who's the master baker behind La Farm.
We have the master baker here?
Right there.
Oh,
That's
right.
him.
Hello, Mr.
Lionel. Mr.
Lionel.
Oh, Lionel. Sorry, Lionel. Okay, we Americans, we butcher the language. We're so bad. But Lionel, how did you how do you integrate your concepts with Lafawn Bakery?
How I did incorporate it? We adapt. We adapt to everything, the weather, to the region.
I
the
just love the
sounds,
French
everything.
accent. I'm listening to what you're saying, and I just hear love coming to me.
We
in waves.
we selling tape if you want. I teach between midnight and 2.
He fooled us. He was asking this question. He's from Cary, y'all.
But I see a book here, A Passion for Bread. Lionel, this is your book.
Yes, madam, for you.
So what is your book about? Share with the audience how they can get your book, A Passion for Bread. I love it. Is that you? I see a picture of a young fellow.
No. This was last year, please.
Oh. How old?
Maybe 6 or 7.
Wow. Were you in France at the time?
Yes, indeed.
The bread is bigger than him.
It is. Who baked this bread for you? I mean, that's an awfully big piece of bread. Who did that?
So this is the countryside of France. I'm from Paris. In Paris we eat baguette, but in the country, outside, it's more. They don't see bakers every day, so they bought a big loaf for the rest of the week.
You were adorable, Katie. Isn't he adorable, little boy in this picture?
Right, I like him.
Well, what would you like the audience to know about your book, A Passion for Bread?
It's all about teaching. So it's 450 pictures. So you don't need to read English. You don't need to understand me. You follow the picture, and you can make some beautiful bread.
Okay, foodie audience, Lionel is talking some stuff, but all I hear is love. He's talking dirty to me. I don't know what he's saying, but I love the French language. It's just so.
Can we have no? I need to talk to you.
It's so sexy, sweetly.
Lafawn Bakery been around.
So Lafawn Bakery is getting ready to celebrate their 20th anniversary October 23rd.
Okay.
They opened 20 years ago just selling bread, and they've expanded over those 20 years into cafe and coffee and pastry, and they've just grown into what they are today, and that is an amazing company with awesome core values and just tradition and passion behind all of it.
Well, along with the white chocolate as your signature bread right now, is there any other favorites?
So our most famous is our signature sourdough,
Okay.
which is our 5-pound boule, which is right here. He created it 20 years ago, creating the starter, which we call Mother, and we
Okay.
feed her every day. And then he makes these amazing 5-pound bowls out of it that we slice into quarters and halves, and then give it back to the community with grains that we've grown here locally. We've utilized the farmer, the miller, and the baker, all local, to give back to the community as best we can.
That is awesome. Giving back to the community. That's what it's really all about.
It really is. We
It
start
really
with
is.
the scientists, we work our way to the farmer, then we go to the miller over in Asheville. They send the grains back to us, and then we incorporate it into our bread in order to give it back to the community, so that way we're utilizing all systems.
When you said giving back to community, I was really like, wow, what is that about? And then with Lionel being from France, what is the skills that are needed to become an awesome, I don't know what you call bakers. Is it what do you call bread?
Pastry chefs?
So he went through a guild, and he went through a guild for 7 years. It's one of the most reputable guilds in the world.
What's it called?
I cannot pronounce
Okay.
it. We'll ask him.
Okay.
I can't pronounce it. Even as long as I've worked here, I still can't get it. But
It's cool.
he essentially went through this guild for 7 years, became a master of his trade, and the biggest part of the guild is to give back. So you train other people to do the same thing that you do, so that way you can give back your skill and incorporate it as best that you can into other people. So his biggest thing is teaching.
Yeah, it's kind of like that concept of so on and so on
Yes.
and so on. You learn, you teach somebody else to learn it, and then before you know it, it's spread like wildfire.
Right.
Right. So we so appreciate you guys. This bread is the bomb.
It is the bomb, Lafawn Bakery, okay, audience, foodie audience. This white chocolate mini baguette, I've been stalking them I mean, I know I live in Raleigh, but they're in Cary.
Yeah.
But I find a way to get their bread. Okay.
You'll find it.
Hotness
always finds a way.
I have hustlers. I'm like, go to Whole Foods because you guys are connected with Whole Foods.
We are in in the local triangle area. We're in Whole Foods.
And what actually street is your bakery on?
Our main original bakery is in Preston Corners on High House and Cary Parkway.
Okay.
We're also in Whole Foods on Highway 55.
Okay.
And then we are also in downtown Cary, which is where the magic happens.
Oh my God.
And that's where the mixing, shaping, and a good majority of our baking happens. But you can also get breads, pastries, and coffee at that location.
You guys do breakfast, right?
We do breakfast in 2 of the cafes, in the Whole Foods location and the Preston Corners location.
Sounds great. And do you guys have a website?
We do. We are at www.lafawnbakery.com.
There you go. Lafawn Bakery. They are out here at this festival and they are doing the thing. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Lionel. And audience, go get his book, A Passion for Bread.
Hold the mic, okay?
Hey, audience, we are here with Sweet Ariel. We have Miss Norma and Mr. Paul. They have jams. I see 10 pepper jam, peach bourbon, vanilla preserves, and I see so many sweets, empanadas, roasted pear and blueberry brown butter tarts, and wild mushroom tarts, and I see croissants. Oh my gosh, butter croissants and Gruyere cheese croissants. So Mr. Paul sweetly tells me that Sweet Ariel is named after your daughter, right?
That is correct.
So how did you guys get started with this awesome bakery and jams business?
My wife has been baking for almost 25 years. We moved here from Los Angeles. She worked in Spago, Beverly Hills, under Sherry Yard, which is a world-renowned baker. And then she worked at the Little Door, and she started on the line making salads, and the pastry chef quit. And so she said I could do that, and she never baked in her life. But that's the type of person she is.
Hey now,
it's a gift, y'all.
So then she went off to school. They paid for her school. She worked her way up to be the head pastry chef there at the Little Door. Wow. My daughter was 1 year old. We moved to North Carolina. She worked at the Carolina Inn. She worked at the Umstead. She worked at the Wellspring Bakehouse for Whole Foods.
Wow,
and then she went on her own and named it Sweet Ariel.
Very prestigious places that she worked at.
Absolutely. When she had no training, but she told you, Mr. Paul, I can do it. So how does that make you feel knowing your wife? She's like Superwoman. How does that make you feel?
Well, you won't believe that one day I came home, it was my birthday, and I found rose petals in the hallway and leading to my front door.
What?
And it was in my apartment, into the kitchen, and my dining room table was out in the living room, covered with a black tablecloth with roses, with food already cooked on those. You remember those old wooden TV dinners?
Oh yeah.
And there was a bottle of wine in a plastic Tupperware lined with aluminum foil and ice cubes. And I said, what's going on? I saw pork, I saw grapes on it, and wonderful things. And after eating dinner, the funny thing is she was nowhere to be found. And I looked everywhere. I went in the back, around, and when I came out, she leaped out from under the table and scared the you-know-what out of me. And she had a camera, and she took a picture of me when I was screaming.
Shut up! Wrapped in plastic?
No.
I saw that movie.
No, she wasn't wrapped in plastic, but that would have been a sight, wouldn't it have been?
Yes, Sweetly, I'm hearing the skills.
So one thing you need to know about my wife, she has a sustainable garden at home.
Yes.
We live in Cary. They support butterflies and bees. We have and we have our own organic garden, and we bake everything with no preservatives. Our flour is locally milled in Graham, North Carolina.
So all this is done in your home, Ms.
That's
Paul?
correct.
I'm telling you, Miss Norma, she has the skills to keep her business and her man. I mean, did you hear what he said about all the...
If I came home to all that, I never would leave that house. Yes, that is awesome. And we're going to take pictures too, because I'm telling you, not only does it taste good, because I had the chocolate chip cookie, you know I'm a fan of chocolate chip cookies, but there's so many other things out here, like this mushroom souffle. I gotta have some. But everything just looks as good as it tastes. This is awesome.
I am not mad at Miss Norma and Mr. Paul. You guys, how long have you guys been married?
I can't answer that legally. However,
you guys been in business. How about that?
How about I'll tell you, we've been together as soon as we pass New Year's, it's 25 years.
All right, way to go, 25. Is that the silver anniversary?
I don't know, but I'm so happy for them.
Well, I used to be silver, now I'm all white.
Well, we so appreciate, look, you guys taking the time to talk to us, because these people are busy. People are coming up to this table, and they are giving their money, because this stuff is awesome. So we appreciate your time, Mr. Paul.
Yes, but Mr. Paul, let the audience know how they can find you and order some of your great products.
So they can visit www.sweetariel.com. That's sweet like in sugar, S-W-E-E-T. Ariel is the French spelling. It's A-R-I-E-L-L-E. And if you're local, we are at the South Durham Farmers Market, which is 1 mile south of Interstate 40 on Highway 55.
Well, thank you, Mr. Paul, and I wish you and your wife 25 more years of happy, successful marriage, right, sweetly?
Good sweetness all the way. Take care. Thank you. All right, bye-bye.
She was like Pavlov's dog, audience. I don't know what to say. But Sean, you're with the Mandolin audience. How did you create this oyster dish that caused Sweetly to drool even before she tasted it with mandolin?
Well, first of all, let me say that was the highest compliment I've been paid in ages. Somebody before they'd even tasted my food was drooling. So as far as this dish, we have delicious North Carolina oysters, and I wanted to do a southern spin on it, so collard greens was the logical choice. And then Batarga butter I thought would just be a good compliment, something a little different to go on top.
Now, was this your creation?
It was.
Oh, Sean.
Yes. What's that? I am.
Shucks fire. I don't know what the hotness is for, Sean. I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to say
y'all are making me blush. That doesn't happen easily.
We're at the mandolin table.
Mandolin?
I'm sorry. Look, it's the mandolin table. And we have oysters with collard greens and a butter sauce. Will you explain?
Yes, it's called Batarga butter. It's an Italian ingredient. They basically cure mullet roe and then hang it and dry it out. Usually they grate it over pasta, but in this case, I put it into a butter and melted it over top.
Oh, it is just fantastic, guys. And tell the audience, our foodies out there, where you are and how they can get in touch with you and your website and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. We're in the Hayes Barton neighborhood of Raleigh, North Carolina, on the corner of Fairview and Oberlin Road. Our website's www.mandolinraleigh.com, and you can catch us at MandolinNC on Instagram.
Wonderful, guys. Look, we're at the TerraVita Festival, and we are having a ball. We're at the mandolin table eating oysters with collard greens, y'all. It can't get no better. And we so appreciate your time, Sean.
It's been awesome. Thanks.
All right, take care. Thank you.
Hey audience, we are at Crook's Cafe and Bar and Corner, and Sweetly has lost her mind over these tomato sandwiches. Explain yourself, Sweetly. Why are you eating so many tomato sandwiches?
If you're a Southern person, then you know what I'm talking about. When you get a good tomato and you get some mayonnaise, not Miracle Whip, mayonnaise, some salt and pepper, and you put it on a white piece of bread, make you a sandwich, and it is the best in the world. So we are at the TerraVita Festival with all this bougie stuff going on, and at this table there is a tomato sandwich. What? And I had to stop. And this is my third one. So
it's
number
third
one.
We go to the same church.
Okay.
This is bougie. This is bougie. That's straight up.
There we go.
We go to the same church.
So we got Mr. Bill here, who is cutting up white loaf bread, cutting up tomatoes, and smothering mayonnaise and making these bomb sandwiches. So if you can take a minute and tell us why tomato sandwiches, Mr. Bill?
Yes, you were at the TerraVita the last festival. Oh, what do you say, Sweetly?
He always wins.
We gotta have
bad and bougie.
So it's the Crooks. Okay, Crooks Cafe Bar Corner. That's where we are. Now, where are you guys located?
We're at 610 West Franklin Street. So we're at the corner of Chapel Hill and
Carbo Meat.
So I can go into this restaurant bar and get a tomato sandwich?
Shoot.
For a day or two more,
You got like one more day.
the tomatoes are all over
done.
And these are the last
That's
ones.
why we're doing it. It's the end. So this is the last.
This is our
Justin,
last
how did you get connected with Mr. Smith?
How do we connect?
Yeah.
Well, he's been the chef for 25 years.
Oh my gosh, have you really?
Well, I just retired.
He looks like a day over 20, right?
Not a day over 19.
Right.
Can I give you my number? Okay.
I have to cart him around in my minivan, which is true.
I was there for 20 years. He came in last August to take my place because I was retiring. I turned 70 in January. So.
Oh my gosh, you look like you're like 25.
There you go. Thank you.
You said 19.
Yeah, 19. Yeah, I asked, can I give you my number? You didn't answer me, Mr. Bill. What's up with that? You're not giving me your number?
I haven't owned a car since 1972, and I ride a bicycle everywhere.
Well, the hotness is not getting on any bikes, okay, audience? Okay, sorry. Mr. Smith, how did you get trained in your awesome culinary skills? Because I know you got the tomato sandwich, but you knew enough.
With those, but
oh yeah.
What happened was I learned on the job.
Okay.
I used to own a music club here called Cat's Cradle. It's a famous club in Chapel Hill. Okay. And we were such poor business people that we could never make any money. So we would in order to keep the cradle open, we all went and worked in restaurants. And so when I went to work in the restaurant, I discovered that it suited me. I never meant ever to cook for a living.
So you found your passion.
I did.
By mistake.
And then someone wanted to buy the club, which was never making any money with me. Now it's still there. I mean, now it's fabulous and successful.
Right.
But so they bought the club from me, and I just kept working in the restaurant.
Well, we're so thankful because I haven't had a chance, but I heard your shrimp and grits are legendary.
They are, in fact. I didn't invent those. My predecessor brought those with him. He grew up in South Carolina.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, they are. Everyone knows about them. So.
And how long have you guys been around?
Well, I've been there. I was there from '93 until January, and it started in '82.
Wow.
So the original chef passed away, and I came in about 5 years behind him. So.
Well, we so appreciate your time, Mr. Bill.
Are you kidding me?
We appreciate your tomato sandwiches, and we wish you the best and happy retirement.
Thank you.
And God bless you.
Obviously, I'm still doing it.
Keep passing the torch.
Yes, but before we leave, tell the audience how they can find more about Crook's Cafe and Bar Corner.
It's got a website, crookscorner.com. That's the way to look to get the menu every day, get pictures, find out some stuff about the history. That'd be the quickest way. Or you can go. Justin Burdette. He came up from Georgia by way of Asheville.
Wow.
He came in and started working with me last August. So he worked from August until January, and then I split.
All right, Justin, we appreciate you taking the torch. Keep doing good.
All right, good.
All right, take care, guys.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Okay, audience, we are here with King Cobra. How do you pronounce the rest of your business name? I'm so horrible.
Apiary.
Apiary. Okay,
it just means a honeybee farm.
Okay, so Sweetly told me you guys were brave enough to go into the beehive without any masks.
Can y'all believe that?
Well, in North Carolina, it's 90, 100 degrees all summer. Sometimes you just kind of have to, do what's cooler.
Okay, so share with the audience what you guys do and how they can find more information about your company.
We are based out of Saxophone, North Carolina, and you can find us at KingCobraApiary.com, and Facebook King Cobra Apiary Honey, and Instagram page King Cobra.
Okay, and Alicia, how did you get connected with Ollie? For the audience, do you know how important bees are to the
Food industry.
Thank you for saving the earth. Alicia and Ollie, I can see like superhero outfits on you guys with bees on it, right?
The sweet bees. I love it. Thank you, bees, for being nice bees and never get bit. Talk to y'all later.
Yes. Thank you, Alicia and Ollie. And tell us once again the name of your company.
King Cobra Apiary.
King Cobra. Hey now. Hey, welcome back. We missed you.
My George, you know how to do this.
Yes.
I'm a professional.
Yes, you are.
So
it's good to be back.
Yes. So Lil Farm and Queen George Ginger. I have to tell you, I sent my mom some of your ginger syrup, I believe it was. She loved it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so tell the audience how they can find you and what are the wonderful attributes of ginger, because I love ginger, right, Sweetly?
It's my favorite.
It's one of those things that has been with us for thousands of years, and Western society rediscovers these things periodically. Like, oh, it does what the pills do without the side effects. I got you. But ginger's really good for digestion, nausea, inflammation, all kinds of things. We mix it with the turmeric and black pepper, so you get a big dose of fresh herbs, basically. And so it's kind of one of those foods that's medicine things. So we don't, claim to be, it's just another food, basically. But this one happens to do more good than bad.
Right, it's very medicinal.
Yeah.
And audience, we love ginger and turmeric because it's so great for the body and it helps with inflammation. And as my mother likes to tell me, you need to get rid of the inflammation in your body. And so George's product helps with that. So tell the audience how they can get on the George train and get some of this wonderful stuff.
We want everyone on the George train.
I'm on the George train.
Midnight train to George. To George.
I need you to hear my t-shirt.
We're so bad. We're having too much fun. Exactly.
Well, you can find us on the website, which is www.lilfarm.com, lilfarm.com. You can find us in a lot of stores in the Triangle area, from the Durham Food Co-op, Bodega.
Are you guys in Raleigh at all?
In Raleigh at Raleigh Provisions and at Raleigh Denham, actually, the jean store. We're online at lilfarm.com. We're at the Durham Farmers Market every Saturday.
Yes. Yeah, I seen you guys at the every Saturday you guys do like a farmer's market.
We're in downtown Durham year round, so we're there all the time, and you can buy it there anytime. You can buy it on the website 24 hours a day, and I will mail it to you.
He will mail it to you, foodie audience, okay?
Or to your mom's house, or wherever you want it sent.
I got one. Signed, sealed, delivered, Georgia yours.
Sweetly, you're out of control. George, thank you so much.
Thank y'all so much. It's great to see you again.
Good seeing you. We are here with PoppySol, okay?
That's me.
And I had to admit, I thought that it was like Poppy seed.
I guess the hotness thought she was going to get high. But
I'm here to sleep real well.
But Hannah has some awesome products. She has elderberry syrup, fire cider, and I see a nice tea blend that you make yourself. Share with the audience how you make your own tea. That's so awesome.
Awesome.
breathe deep.
That's very important, yeah. So I have a little bit of land out in Chatham County, which I'm super grateful to have. And I grow some herbs, and then I get to blend all my goodness together for everybody's wellness.
That is so awesome. So you're making like natural tea.
A lot of what I use, I grow myself, so I know how it's grown. I don't use pesticides, I don't use chemicals, and then I harvest it with lots of love and intention. And I
That word love,
yeah. And then I put it in a drying room so it's safe and out of the sun and things like that. So that's how I use my herbs. And then I have the source also from a couple other places that I use. And I can fair trade herbs and I can organic herbs.
Who's this beautiful lady behind you?
That's my mama.
I thought that was Mama.
She's trying to hide from us.
She
We
does.
see you,
She
Mom.
does. She's like, no photos, please.
Okay, audience, PoppySol. She has all the holistic remedies you need, the teas, the elderberry syrup, fire cider. And what is this joint muscle
That's the best
body
seller.
balm?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the best. Like, what does it do if I have like a pain in my knee or
Totally.
something?
It's like a homemade icy hat, homemade tiger balm kind
Without
of
the
situation.
smell?
But it's not super strong smelling. Yeah, exactly.
You want to feel
Here,
good
take
in the
it
bed,
for free.
but you
For
don't want the
interviewing
person in
me.
the bed for you to say, "Oh, you stink."
No, never. Not with PoppySol. Her stuff is good, it's clean, and it's quality.
There you go.
And so, athletes, if you're out there, you need something organic and natural, check out PoppySol. What is your website so people can get it?
PoppySolNC.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Hannah. Thank you to your mother, because she wouldn't be here without you. So thank you.
And I also wanted to let our listeners know that she also has PoppySol Breathe Deep and Sleep Deep, which we all know sometimes we have a little problem sleeping, so that's good also. Thank you, guys.
And if anybody has a mama, the brain boost for those of us.
Oh! We missed the bueno brain food.
Super sidekick.
You gotta get that circulation going in the brain, you know what I'm saying?
So Hannah, tell the audience, and I know I have a lot of friends who do things naturally.
Okay.
And they have, kids. And so how does this help with maintaining your sanity?
Yes,
with
totally.
These rugrats running around.
This is a fun combination of lemon balm, bacopa, which is an Ayurvedic herb. There's also rosemary in there.
Oh, I love rosemary.
It is gonna help you just like have a good mood, but also make your brain function better.
Right. Okay, we need that as we age really sweetly.
Exactly.
We need our brain working. So Hannah, thank you so much. And tell our audience once again your website.
Appreciate it. It's PoppySolNC.com. PoppySol.com. Oh, sorry. SOLNC.com.
Oh, even Mama knows it.
Mom's doing it.
Thank you so much.
Bye. We have Fiddlehead Farm here, and I have tasted some awesome strawberry jam, and they have another kind as well. Look what you have here. I'm ready to learn about the butter. So we have here
Emily Boynton.
and they are here with Fiddlehead Farm, and they're going to tell us a little bit about their jam and jelly.
But how can the audience find out more about your company and more?
Sure, we have a website, www.fiddleheadfarmnc.com, and our products are available at Beaver Street Market, and we're always at the Cobra Farmers Market on Saturdays.
We love it. We love it. Yeah,
Is this something you guys make yourself?
Yes.
How do y'all do that?
So we have a small farm, and we actually grow all the peppers for our hot sauce. We work with other farmers to get the fruit for jam, but everything is local, and each jar lists specifically who the farm is that provided the ingredients in that batch.
Okay, audience, I missed out on the hot sauces. Okay, I see extremely hot fire sauce. The hotness will love that, right?
Yes, the hotness will love that. Sweet and stay strictly sweet.
I see chocolate reaper fire sauce. What? I think it's chocolate with fire, right?
It's actually no chocolate. It's just chocolate peanut butter. Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Actually, no.
Yeah, they are chocolate reaper pepper. So there's not actual chocolate, but it's the pepper color. Yeah.
Okay.
And they go from red to purple into this beautiful chocolate.
And they have
something about peppers, guys.
We do.
Wow,
And
it's not that they taste like chocolate, they look like chocolate. Okay, I got it.
And we have Rooster Song. Like, you don't put roosters in this, right?
No, it's kind of no roosters are harmed in the making of this sauce.
Well, thank you so much, Fiddlehead Farm, and tell the audience once again how they can follow you and get your products.
Sure, look for us. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram under Fiddlehead Farm NC, and we're at Beaver Street Market.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, fellow foodies, thank you so much for joining us today. Sweetly is running around trying to eat up all the food, so we're just going to pray for her, okay? So this has been the hotness, and Sweetly checking out what the final TerraVita Food Festival was all about. Thank you so much.